Yeah, we bout to wipe the fog off the mirror, so you can see his reflection a little more clearer. When it comes to life, everybody got their own objectives, but we got to view Christ through the right perspective. Yeah, we bout to wipe the fog off the mirror, so you can see his reflection a little more clearer. When it comes to life, everybody got their own objectives, but we got to view Christ through the right perspective.
Through the right perspectives, yeah.
Yeah, through the right perspectives. Yeah, we got to view Christ through the right perspectives.
Through the right perspectives, yeah.
Through the right perspectives. Yeah, we got to view Christ through the right perspectives.
Greetings and welcome to another Perspectives with Pastor Jay. Full disclosure, I am an African American man raised in the South of these United States of America. I have a certain perspective on racism and the things that are going on in the country right now. I have a lot of connection with these cases because I am a large male and I may be seen as a threat. When I was a young man around Michael Brown's age, I was doing illegal things. I was doing things, I just was fortunate not to get caught. I also want to say that last week after the decision from the grand jury in Ferguson not to indict, I made a perspectives. But things came up, I didn't get a chance to edit it, but I'm glad that I didn't, because it was announced earlier this week that in the case of Eric Gardner, there was no indictment. And then I was reminded again this morning that the shooting of the man outside of Dayton, Ohio, for having an air rifle and was shot and killed in a Walmart, there was no indictment for the police officer in that case either. It is such a frustrating thing to have to hear all these things. But what is even more frustrating is the reaction that is happening on the news stations, in the media in general, on the internet, to see the comments that are coming down on these stories, both from blacks and whites, who both fall on each side of this. We've got whites that are siding with the police and the victims. We've got blacks that are siding with the police and the victims. And so while there's a racial element to it, and it's colored by the systematic racism that has taken place here in America, these things have become a broader dialogue. And of course, there have been stories that have come out about cops killing whites, black cops killing white kids, and whoa, why hasn't there been this big media outcry against them? And then there was the story of the cop in Knox County who was fired because he choked out a white student after a UT victory. And so what we're seeing here is, again, prophecy being fulfilled. That we're going into a situation where martial law is on the way. I've said before in other videos that these are tests. The government is seeing what it can get away with, and then it's pushing the envelope even more. But I believe it's up to us as Americans and even as Christians. One of the things in the Bible that a Christian should do is to have a civil awareness. We're to care about justice. We're to care about the poor. We're to care about the downtrodden. But what we're seeing is a lot of so-called Christians, mainly on the conservative side, who want to demonize the victim. Just because the victim was not perfect, they say, well, the cop was justified and they deserved it. But the reality is, if we were to look at our lives and what we deserved, and remember that we had a righteous God, an all-knowing God, who could have easily wiped us out. None of us deserve to live. None of us deserve to have what we have. But God, in his infinite love, sent down his son to die on the cross for our sins. So it just really gets to me when we have so-called Christians talking about, well, good for him, he deserved it, and spewing all this hate and spewing all this nonsense about, well, get over it. No, we can't get over it. Now, I didn't make this video to be an agitator. In fact, I'd want to advocate peace. I want to advocate that we try to diminish the looting, the violence, all these things that can cause further problems in the community. But we do need to do something. We need to get out and find out who is on the side of the people, and we need to vote them into office. We need to let the people in government know that we are not satisfied with the cops killing unarmed people. We need to stop this. Cops are supposed to be our protectors, not our killers. But I want to say this to blacks in America. Educate yourself on the law. Educate yourself on your rights. There are videos and you can go to the library. Internet is full of information that can let you know what your actual civil rights are. You don't have to be subjected to a lot of the things that you're subjected to. You don't have to answer police that are doing unlawful questioning and searching. Know your rights. Do what's right. And don't allow yourself to get caught up in the foolishness of the madness and emotion that is resulting from the injustice that's coming your way. It's okay to be upset about the injustice, but don't allow it to cause you to act unjustly. I pray every day for our country, and I pray that we as a people will unite regardless of color so that we can make the changes that are necessary to bring about peace and reconciliation, because it's about time. It has been way too long that all this mess has been going on. This has been Perspectives with Pastor Jay. I want to invite you to visit our websites, trulyblessedcommunications.com, as well as IamPastorJ.com. If there's anything that we can do to be a blessing to your ministry, please don't hesitate to give me a call. God bless you. We'll probably see you in the new year. Have a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless.
Yeah, we bout to wipe the fog off the mirror so you can see his reflection a little more clearer. When it comes to life, everybody got their own objectives, but we got to view Christ through the right perspective. Yeah, we bout to wipe the fog off the mirror so you can see his reflection a little more clearer. When it comes to life, everybody got their own objectives, but we got to view Christ through the right perspective.
Through the right perspectives, yeah.